Hi, welcome to the Same Dude podcast. I'm Nick Terlizzi with my brother host.
Anthy Pajamas.
And we're really glad to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man.
We're really glad you're here. And we got some stuff planned for you. Mm-hmm. We're going to have some fun. Mm-hmm. Have a little fun. Let's get right into it.
A little bit of fun.
You know what I want to talk about first? I was wearing a sweater because I wasn't sure.
Dude, what was up with that?
I don't know. I thought it was like a Bill Cosby looking sweater.
You sincerely thought that sweater was a good idea?
I took a look at it and I'm like, this guy is going to hug me close, make me feel nice, make me feel comfortable.
That looked like those sweaters that I would see in like a mall at like a Forever 21. This is maybe like 5-6 years ago. These were big and it looked like just like gorilla fur.
Yeah,
you know those
it's
vests
like
that chicks were wearing. I don't think I ever saw a chick actually wear those, but I remember seeing them in stores and it had like 3-inch long shaggy Chewbacca fur.
Yeah, well, I bought it.
And I
bought it.
You got the sweater version of that.
Actually, it's funny. The first day that I bought that, I bought it at a Marshall's. Okay, I bought it at a Marshall's.
Okay.
And I went to a party after, and a guy.
Were you wearing it ironically as like a
No, I thought it
party?
was cool, and I still do think it's cool, even though everybody around me tells me it's a bad sweater. Okay. It's not a good sweater. And the guy looked at it and goes, "Oh, dude, ugly sweater party!" Right to my fucking face. And it wasn't an ugly sweater party. Everybody was
or just
wearing normal
regular
shit.
sweater party.
Yeah, fucking laughed in my face. So thanks for the t-shirt. That's all I want to say about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I feel much better.
Just plain simple t-shirt, man. That's all you need.
You went too all right, let's get into it.
What do you got, Nick?
All right,
Nick.
Topic one. So this Sonic movie that's coming out.
Yeah,
Sonic the Hedgehog
looks really good.
Right? Yeah, we used to play it on Sega.
Yeah, the original Sega Genesis.
Oh, that was great. Spent many
Sega.
Yeah, and the coin, you know, and
it
he was always running around. He was always running around in toxic waste zones. Like, why? What's this? What's a hedgehog?
Where hedgehogs usually run around.
Do you think that's why he's so fast?
Big cities, chemical processing plants.
It was always something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a city on fire. Like, the backdrops are really dystopian.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Pretty dark.
Beloved game that we grew up playing. And just like anything else that was beloved to millennials, Hollywood is skull fucking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's our culture now.
That's our culture now.
New things aren't being created. Everything is either a parody or a remake of what was already made.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
Oh, fuck creativity.
No.
You don't need any of that. Yeah. Just keep on rewrapping shit.
Just give it a reboot.
So they released a trailer, and there was a huge backlash online. That's an understatement. People were losing their fucking minds. So if you haven't seen it yet, I actually have it clipped up, and we want to, just so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's take a look at this Sonic trailer.
Yeah.
It's chili dog time, yeah.
Yeah, so as you can tell, people would be disappointed.
It looks pretty good.
They messed up his mouth. His mouth doesn't look right.
Yeah. It was really, it's all about the mouth.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Hey, gee, Sonic, you know?
They really blew it with the animations on that.
What? Everything's just... He's got those really...
Yeah, he's got little weird hands
anthropomorphized eyes and stuff. Like, these are my eyes. What?
Don't
What's
actually
up?
make it look like a
He
fucking
has
hedgehog.
one big eye that connects in the middle.
I would rather they went all the way with it, you know, and they just made it like a blue hedge, like a small hedgehog.
Right, yeah, because you really can't meet in the middle. You can't take Sonic and just say like, well, what if you make it a little more like an actual hedgehog? Because there's nothing about it.
Nothing about it is the human, or a hedgehog. So they got so much backlash that they're actually redesigning the entire fucking. I wonder how many hours. Oh
jeez.
Of like completed film they have. Well, let's be honest, the movie's probably only like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
But
That's
still,
a solid 79 minutes.
it's taking them a year. You think it takes a year to edit a movie like that together?
I don't know. They
Couple
got to figure
years?
it out fast, though.
So-
So when was the announced release date even? Like, was it coming out in a couple
It's
months?
got to be
or-
pushed back because you're not going to see your families for a long time to fix that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're redesigning the whole thing because of the pushback.
Yeah, so RIP to those graphic designers.
Yeah, they already don't really have
the dudes
much.
rendering that.
Oh my God, I got to edit this fucking hedgehog.
Yeah.
You're
I
already
told them,
sick
and you
right
know,
now.
one of them was just like, I fucking told them they were gonna not fucking like the hedgehog. I fucking brought this up in so many meetings, dude, and now I'm gonna redo the whole fucking film.
They're like, shut up, Toby. Get back to the drawing board.
Yeah, well, they didn't approve it yet, so what are we just gonna do it without telling them? That poor guy. Yeah,
Yeah, Jim Carrey in that
poor
too.
imaginary guy. Oh, is he?
They
Oh yeah,
got
he's
Jim Carrey.
what's the guy's name? Beatnik, Dr. Beatnik.
Is that it?
No,
If you said yes, I would have believed
it's
you.
Dr. something like that.
Yeah.
Nudnik.
Well, we'll see what happens.
It's going to do really bad. That's
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to
gonna-
call it right here, right now. That movie is going to be one
Hot
of
take.
the worst films. It's going to perform worse than what was Catwoman?
The biggest bomb.
What's the gold standard of awful movies?
Waterworld.
Water.
Costner? Is it Costner?
Kevin Costner. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Waterworld. I think Catwoman is up there for us.
The amount of money that
it's in
they
the top
sank
5.
into the production of that movie compared to what it generated and the quality of it, it's like one of the biggest fucking bombs ever.
They'll be lucky if they are. I won't even say if they walk away with $6,000 in their pockets. They'll
No, they're
they'll be lucky
negatives.
if they only lose $7 million.
It could be a PR thing where like we'll purposely release a shitty trailer. In anticipation.
Oh, you think the real thing's gonna knock it out of the park?
Yeah, oh, dude.
Like, oh, you thought that's what? No,
they're saving
here's
the
the
good stuff.
awesome Sonic movie.
They're saving the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna knock your fucking socks
They didn't
off.
want to use the best shots, and kind of lure you in. Like, ooh.
Well, no, hey, we're talking about it, right? Everybody's talking about it.
They did get everyone talking about
So-
it. I don't know if
Any
this is
press is
exactly what
good
they had in mind.
press. All right, moving on from blue hedgehogs.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, I took. I do you take any kind of pre-workout?
I guess beta alanine is alanine or alanine? Alanine sounds.
L9.
Alanine. I take beta alanine, and they use that a lot in pre-workout mixes. It gives you the tingles.
Yeah, you get the tingle at the back of the neck.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. I took. I won't say that I had a thing of pre-workout. I take Lit pre-workout.
Lit?
Yeah, it's called Lit, Lit.
Lit.
And it's got a bunch of caffeine in it, and it's got the beta alanine. But there's something else in it where dude, it's like a powdered amphetamine.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't even mix it up. I literally just took a scoop of it, and I just
you did?
And then I took the water, and I just like I did one of
You
those.
did that today?
I like. Remember we used to
Which
swish
one?
the fluoride in our mouths when we were in like first and second grade.
Oh fuck! They would get us all in the cafeteria. Oh man, that was a repressed memory.
And I did that with.
Why would they do that? Was that so fucking weird?
Yeah, and there was at the time too in the '90s. There wasn't like research that.
Why
that was
did
a
we
really
do
good
that?
idea. You had to do it.
Why
too.
would they gather us in the cafeteria and make us swish shit in our mouths?
That kind of has a Jonestown sort of feel to it. That's like
What,
exactly.
what the fuck? I never even thought of that. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Can anybody explain that?
Why did we do? Well, it was supposed to be for your teeth health. Because I don't know. I guess the idea is that listen, there's probably kids there who their parents don't give a shit about them. They're not making sure they brush their teeth.
Yes, but one swish isn't gonna fucking undo.
So you do it every day.
Are they trying to build like a? Do you think they were using us for like research studies
Oh, 100%.
or marketing things?
They were, they had a big test group. They had like an N of
We were the test group.
thousands of kids across the country from all different socioeconomic stat. And they're like, what if they put some fluoride in their mouth every single day and just kind of.
Do you think we're like taste testers though? Is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
Like, does the new bubble gum taste like bubble gum?
Right. Because of the user reviews that we provided.
Yeah, kids. What do kids
Yeah.
think of it?
Yeah.
That's how they gather that information.
Wow. You
Public
would've-
school.
So there wasn't much research on fluoride at the time, but I'm sure there is now because
Oh, they figured it out. That's a lot. Fucking
were the
guinea
guinea
pigs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that's what I did with my
saw that.
pre-workout. But dude, this stuff is just it's literally like I've never swirled crystal meth in my mouth before, but I
Yeah.
imagine it's probably similar to a pre-workout.
I
It's
don't
probably
know
like
about that.
pre-workout to the next level.
I think you're going a little far. I don't think so.
Did I ever tell you about that? It was a friend of a friend, and she was telling me she had a buddy who was not gay until he started using crystal meth. And he and his boyfriend, lover, I don't, whatever.
Love is love.
Their thing was they would do crystal meth for like 4, 5, 6 days in a row, just back to back to back to back,
yeah.
just because you just don't sleep. You just want to
routine.
just stay up and just do crystal meth, and they fuck each other in the ass. And then his thing was though, but he really perfected it and took it to the next level. His favorite thing,
He's a scientist.
at the time that she told me this, was all that meth is going to be excreted from your body in the form of urine.
I don't like where this is going.
What this guy would do was he would pee in his boyfriend's butt,
It's
and
getting bad.
his boyfriend would get really high from the meth in his
From the
piss.
pee in his
It would
butt,
absorb into the lining of his ass, and he would get really fucking high from it.
That's,
So-
they should be biologists.
I don't know what you guys are up to this weekend, but I think I know what I'm into.
You want to try it? I think you have to build up a good amount of it in your system where you're excreting crystal meth.
You're literally pissing crystal meth.
That means your liver is completely full of crystal meth.
Dude, it must be so good.
Yeah.
Think about it. What on earth is so good? Like if I told you like all those little those Trader Joe's chocolate dip dunkers over there, they're
Yeah.
pretty fucking tasty. But they're not so good that you will have
A guy pee in my butt.
piss in your butt to enjoy the flavor because they taste that good.
Yeah, I wouldn't take one of those. to
Meth
the
is
butt.
that good.
I guess so.
I'm just saying there's got to be something to it.
Nothing. It tastes as good as sobriety.
Yeah, I guess you square. Yeah, so I just kinda
Family
came-
values is sweet, sweet taste.
That's right. So you can pick up Lit pre-workout at any GNC.
Are you sponsored by them now or something?
I just thought I'd plug it. It's a good product. It'll get you high as fuck. And like, it's weird though. You take that stuff and you feel that the tingling and like burning up the back of your neck, and like you have to fucking work out.
Yeah.
Like if you just took that and tried to read a book, you would go insane. It's just
Take free workout and read a book. I'm gonna tear through this motherfucker.
I've never done
Just rip the book in half.
just like
Check
sweating,
this shit out.
red faced, frantically. Yeah. I have never done 2 scoops of it.
Ooh,
They say I would do 1 scoop. In 1 scoop, there's 250 milligrams of caffeine. So 2 would
you
be
were elevated.
500. That's like 4 cups of coffee, and then all the other.
That
You
sounds
got
like
to be getting into like crystal meth range.
or cardiac arrest range. It might just be jacking your heart up.
Yeah, I feel like you just shit your brains out if you had like way too much caffeine in your system. I think that's got to be the side effect.
Well,
You just
I mean,
nauseous and shit.
that's what I've read. When you drink a bunch of coffee and then you gotta use the restroom, it's because it's vibrating your lower intestine.
Oh,
Or your prostate. Your organs are vibrating, which kind of loosens up the old.
that's how it happens.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. The caffeine makes your.
I thought it
stuff
just
shake.
I thought it just like kind of sped up the process, but yeah, that makes sense.
No, it just makes your stuff shake and it just moves it along.
shakes your stuff.
Shakes your stuff up.
All right,
Coffee,
that's pretty cool, man.
nature's inside shake, shake out. I don't know where I was going with that.
That's all right. Just drop it. Just fucking drop it.
No, let's keep going with it.
So yeah, man. Oh, hey, that reminds me. So if you guys remember, last week I told Nick about a dream that I had about where there was a resort that you would go to and you'd learn how to give yourself a stroke by kind of contorting your body. And in the news the other day, a guy had to be rushed to the ER because he was trying to stretch. He had a kind of a crick in his neck and he was trying to stretch it out, and he gave himself a stroke by doing it. He tore an artery in his neck.
It's possible.
And it clotted, and he had to go to the hospital, and he gave himself a fucking stroke.
This is it.
And that's our first satisfied customer at the stroke resort.
So
Yeah.
we need to research his technique.
We should give him a call.
I see him like a pioneer
I got to find out how to like get Skype on this thing.
for our cause.
I think that would be great. Would
we
you guys
should-
like to see that? We'll Skype the guy and just kind of tell him about our idea and see if we can get him to explain what he was doing exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have him break it down. Well, we can't let him know what we're up to because we're trying to start this dojo resort.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll ask innocently like we're doing it for like a project piece.
Like, how far to the right were you?
Yeah, we'll act like we're
Were you
just
sitting? Were you standing? Were you laying down?
like we're asking for like a medical journal or something, but then we ask way too much about the particulars.
Did you eat anything
Like,
particular that day?
Do you think, like, what was your diet? Do you think maybe someone else could replicate your results?
How many bananas did you have? 2 bananas?
Yeah.
Banana and a
I think
half?
it's a good idea.
Does it matter? Yeah, it matters. Are you on any medications? We can make a list. We can figure this out.
Oh yeah, we'll have all our points ironed out because we'll perfect the program and then sell it to people. I mean, listen, I think he's pretty speedy recovery. He'll be okay. It seemed like they caught it in time. So you're looking at getting laid up for either a couple weeks. Who couldn't use a couple weeks of staycation? Potentially months. Could be your entire life. You're just paralyzed. But the point is, it's something that is in your control, I think, and we're going to find out how to show you how to give yourself a fucking stroke.
Getting hot on that quack button.
I like it. It's working.
So
what do you got, Nick?
I'm really excited for that, actually.
I am too.
Get in contact
yeah,
with him.
that call's going to happen.
I want to talk about a phenomenon that happens with males in any public situation, and it's the mean mug.
The mean mug.
The mean mug.
Okay.
Every man you see in public, they always have, there you go. There's that. Show them this. Yeah. That stoic looking, fucking mean looking face. Why? Why
Just
do you
came
put
back
it
from
on?
battle.
Yeah. You're not fucking hard.
Now I'm in the CVS.
Yeah, I'm fucking pissed. I gotta be here. Is everybody just pissed? That's what it is? I feel like the idle face for most men is just a mean looking kind of thing. But if you talk to them, they're fine. So, but why does your face look like that? No one smiles in public. When was the last time you saw a person just fucking smiling?
Well, it's worse than that actually, because if someone is smiling in public, I immediately assume there's something wrong with them.
Oh yeah. People probably think I'm retarded.
Yeah, it actually looks like they're behaving unnaturally.
Yeah, he's up to something.
I have this thing where when I see someone behaving just a little erratic, just a little outside the norm, I immediately just like laser focus in on them because I just want to see everything that they do. Like if they're just too animated when they're in line at a store, like I know something's gonna bubble over, and I have to see it happen. But yeah, I don't know why guys are like that.
I'm talking about that idle mean mug face that every man has. And you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. The toughest guys I ever met are not like that.
Yeah.
So lose your fucking mean face. You're not scary.
Yeah, what the fuck are you so pissed about?
I just think there's something wrong with you. I mean, there's no reason to be mad.
No.
Well, I'm assuming a lot of people's lives on that one. Some of you have some reason, but
yeah, some people got
that's idle face.
And then wearing it on your face just in public, that doesn't really do anything to fix your problems.
Yeah.
Address your fucking problems. Quit being a ninny.
When I'm working out, I'm happy because I'm getting endorphins released and I'm smiling because it feels fucking great. But everybody else just looks pissed. Like they're pissed to be there. They're pissed about everything.
Yeah.
If you talk to them, they're fine. Like I said before.
Right. Well, yeah, we live in the most comfortable age of human history. Like we're surrounded by technology and luxury. I was thinking the other day, I went to a Qdoba.
You're alive.
Which I know, it's Qdoba, but I was eating a burrito and I was sitting back and I'm eating this thing and I'm thinking, I bet Emperor like Augustus Caesar at the height of the fucking Roman, like the top of the fucking heap in the that enormous empire. I bet he didn't eat anything that tasted as
of
good
that quality
as
and
a
cleanliness.
barbacoa burrito with guacamole. He never had a fucking avocado. Did they have avocados? Bitch didn't have any avocados.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Man, I'm dumb.
But it wasn't
Mexico.
He didn't have the whole package.
Marketing
there,
works.
you know. Yeah. And things are great. And that was the best things could have been for a person.
Now we can get it for $8 down the street.
Yeah.
Cheap.
It's like nothing.
Cheap. It's nothing to us.
Yeah. And
So
why do we look so mad?
So when you get that mean face on, think of a barbacoa burrito.
Yeah.
Think about how readily available food and water and shelter is.
Yeah. If you're watching this right now, you're probably dry. You have clothes that don't have tons of holes in them. You don't have just like one shirt. You've got a couple shirts, bunch of shirts, pants. Even you don't like. It used to just be like a tunic, and you just throw that one shitty greasy tunic on.
Yeah.
You tie a rope around the waist.
Fungus growing in your shit.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
someone would like hit you as soon as you walked outside.
Oh, yeah, like, oh, it's another day. And
Everything was made
the guy's
of
waiting
mud.
for you. Whack!
Yeah. Just like, shame.
I bet they had like fungus growing out of their skin, like
You'd
like a
have
mushroom.
Weeping sores and funguses. Imagine
Those people can have mean mugs.
getting like ringworm back in those days.
Yeah, you're just fucked.
Now you just rub some cream on it for a week and it's
Let it
gone.
air out.
Your entire body would just be covered in ringworm. You'd be
Yeah,
like,
you're just a ringworm guy they cast outside of the village.
Yeah, shame. So much shame. There was a lot of shame and
he has to
agony.
handle the bodies, you know?
Yeah.
He becomes a grave digger.
because of his foulness.
Yeah. Ringworm boy.
The putrefaction has spread.
Off with thee.
Collect the bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was your job for the like 22 years you were alive, and then you fucking died of an infection.
You have no real reason to put the mean mug face on. And I assure you, you're not as tough as you think you are. So just fucking lose the face or chill
Yeah.
out a little bit.
You're not that tough.
Throw a smart.
Life isn't that tough. It's like I maybe the only benefit of the doubt situation is that they're trying to look like the men they want to be. Like they want life to be something that's full of challenges and they want to feel like they're rising to the occasion, and that's why they have the stoic look on their face. But behind the stoic look is a life completely void of anything hard. That's why
wow.
that's why it's so transparently
Maybe.
just a stupid thing to do.
There's no reason to have a mean looking face.
The point of inventing all this was that we would just be like, look, we live in a dream world
It
now.
is dream mode. It's easy.
Yay!
It's easy mode.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything really all that difficult.
We play life on fucking novice.
People bitch when they
difficulty.
have to work like 1 hour of overtime.
Yeah.
And it makes it a 9-hour day.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I've been here since 8, and they're keeping us until 6:30. Can you fucking believe this?
then I have a 40-minute commute. Little kids used to
traffic.
What was it? The in the Industrial Revolution, the threading machines that they would have.
Oh, the looms?
Yeah, the looms, and they'd have the children crawl through the loom.
Oh.
And then if the kid wasn't fast enough, or he gets caught, then the loom would just keep going. There's no e-stop on a fucking loom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had like belts.
And their heads would get crushed. Boom!
Yeah.
You can have a mean face when you saw your best friend get his head crushed when you were 6
Yeah.
by a loom.
Yeah. Well, if
But
you
that
talk,
didn't happen to you. So
I mean,
stop it.
I've worked with guys who grew up in impoverished like third world countries like Cambodia,
Friendly as can be.
Vietnam, like a lot of like rural areas of Vietnam are very poor, and they come to America and they're the happiest fucking people.
That's what I'm saying.
They like because they're
It's a dream.
They're coming from a world where you'd have like a little handful of rice and maybe a little shitty piece of fish, like a little minnow,
Yeah.
and that was all you had all day.
That's it.
And now we've just got fucking Dunkin' Donuts on every other block in every city. You know, as far as you've got just free unlimited water in every room.
It's a right by law.
Right, you're required to have it.
Someone's going to go to jail if you don't get that water.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the world that we live in. And you're mad? You got a mean looking face? Come on, dude.
It's fine.
That's my point. Is I've met guys that came from hard conditions. They are hard.
Yeah,
They're wood. And you talk to them and they're sweet as can be, and they walk around and they're happy, smiling. Just be fucking happy.
Oh, yeah.
You have every reason in the world to be happy.
dudes from like West Africa. Have you talked to any guys from like
Yeah.
Africa? Like, whoa. And it takes literally just 2 minutes of just asking them what their story is and how they grew up and like what their parents were like.
how are
and you're like, oh, you're like an alien from a different planet
Yeah.
of shit. Planet shit.
My planet imploded.
Planet shit would be a good punk band name.
You think I would? Planet shit.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
would be like a 3-piece.
I like that.
Yeah, Planet Shit. It would be a 2-piece band. Yeah. It's just a guitarist.
Bass and
Who
tambourine.
also sings. Bass and and the drummer, and he only has like one tom and a snare.
It's not in a full piece set.
But for what they lack in instruments, they make up for in energy and stage
They're really
presence.
in your face. He's got the coolest voice.
Yeah.
That's my bit. That's my
Yeah.
bit. That's my like.
So I was at the gym the other night.
We talk about the gym a lot, don't we?
We do well. Let's
Do we have anything else going on in our lives?
just
No.
working and training. Yeah, I don't know. What else is there to do with
I
life?
really don't know. I don't have an answer for it. That's why I'm asking the question.
Well, I don't play video games anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really watch TV. I go down some YouTube rabbit holes, but mostly I'm just sitting around waiting to like recover from the last workout so I can go to the gym again. That's most, and it's just so much fun. I don't know. When you really get into kickboxing, it's hard to find like highs in life that kind of give that a run for its money. Like we had an awesome session today. Just
We kicked the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and it's like, what tops that? I don't know.
Nothing.
Like, oh, you want to go to the Cheesecake Factory? You just eat an 1,800 calorie salad,
And then take pictures of it and leave and go to sleep.
Yeah.
do
Oh,
that.
dude, I'll just drink like 9 beers and then fall asleep at the bar. Like, no,
That sounds like a blast.
there's better highs, and once you kind of develop those relationships with those highs, that's the shit.
Didn't mean to derail
So,
you.
anyways,
Go ahead.
I was at the gym the other day, and I had the worst farts ever.
Oh, you're that guy, huh?
And I try. Here's the thing. This is what kind of sparked
Were they
the idea.
squeakers or like
They were
thunder?
just hot.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I watched the SpaceX rocket take off today, and like that's what I imagine is coming out of my asshole, just a raw flame.
Why don't you go to the bathroom and take care
Like
of it?
it just opens up like a nozzle on a spacecraft,
Yeah.
and it just woo. Because I didn't feel like I had to shit. It was just a lot of gas. Because I had this fucking those Goya rice and beans things. You just kind of boil them up, and they're delicious, and they're good for recovery and all that.
Oh, yeah, all right.
But beans, dude, it's fucking beans, lamb, and bell peppers. Give me the absolute
peppers, huh?
worst gas, dude. It is
Aren't
like
they mainly water?
to the extent I'm like impressed by it sometimes because it is almost like fruity. Like it almost smells like a bowl of fruity pebbles.
Yeah.
Like it's hitting those notes, and you're like, whoa. But here's the thing that happens is I let one of those fucking bombs drop. And immediately I'll be alone in the
yeah.
gym, and someone basically just runs up behind me and like slowly walks right through it. And it's like, can you just fucking not?
Let me get a whiff of that.
Yeah, but that's what I call the first law of stink. You're familiar with Isaac Newton, and he created the laws of thermodynamics, and the laws of motion. But I'm writing Anthony's laws of stink. And the first law of stink is when I drop the worst, meatiest, kind of like fruity smelling bomb fart, somebody runs up behind
Another shell
and
smelled
walks
it.
right into it.
Yes. Well, it's
Yes.
got to be written like the 1700s.
Yes.
Is it 17th or 16th century? Is Isaac Newton?
I want to say 17th century. It was the 1600s, yeah.
Don't quote us on that one.
Now, the second law of stink is, and this is kind of how the
You got to
cosmic...
speak 17th century terms with it.
Okay. When... All right, I'll word this... When a fellow having the worst imaginable body odoreth or bad breath is present, his proximity to me shall be the closest possible. Okay?
Yeah.
If I go to a concert or something and there's a dude who absolutely fucking reeks, there's one guy in the crowd you can smell when you first get into the venue.
Halitosis.
You're gonna end up right next to that fucking guy, and he's gonna be dancing. They always move around. The stinkiest people always move around the most, and they just like emanate
That's why
it
they're
out.
stinky.
And you-
They're just convulsing on the floor. That's the thing about halitosis is just have someone say it and then you know if they have it or not. Halitosis.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's good. So you got 2 stink laws.
I only have 2 laws of stink so far.
We can
yeah.
build off that.
I think it's we'll just keep adding as
That
we
way-
notice more.
If have thy stink. We have the word like
Upon
me.
dropping the stinkiest of farts, a fellow shall walk straight into it.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
the first law of stink.
And by proximity, they didn't word things too efficiently back then, did
No.
they? I feel like it was very
Yeah. Well,
messy.
yeah, it was a little
If by
flowery.
my
Yeah, there was always additional
lots of
letters
ands and
stuff.
ifs and therefores, just all jumbled up together. Clean your shit up, 17th century.
What the fuck are you even doing?
Fucking idiot. Speaking of language, do Arabic and Chinese news broadcasters, do they have the radio voice? Because I feel like that's
Right.
the only language I've seen. You know, the radio voice coming up at 10 on WTKK, the news report. That voice, the radio voice.
Traffic and weather at 7.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like that's predominantly English and Mexico. Spanish-speaking Mexico also has that same bravado kind of
Yes.
thing. They will do it, but I've never seen it in a language like Arabic or Chinese or I don't know, even German. They just sound like they're always like just kind of speaking the words of this is the noise and this is what is coming up, this is what happened, and then the Arabic is just all over the place like they're scatting. And Chinese is Mandarin is tonular, so it's hard to really hit those notes. It has to hit specific notes for it to make sense.
Yeah, they can't really. I don't know if they can. If Chinese would make sense because they're so delicate with those tonal
Exactly.
precision.
It's going to mean a different thing if you try to clean it up.
Yeah. So if you had the similar kind of inflection on syllables, you'd be just speaking nonsense.
Maybe they're just really good at hitting those notes.
Yeah, could be those notes. Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. It is weird that we're so acclimated to. Like, I'm trying to learn some Italian phrases and some German phrases before I go on I'm going to Europe this summer, and just we're so attuned to the English phonemes and like how to pronounce things, and then just making the shift to a different language. You see, like, oh, people's brains are attuned to hear it this way. And then you meet bilingual people who grow up speaking both, and it's like, wait, your brain can work in both gears?
Yeah,
What?
I mean, that's a massive advantage growing up bilingual. I don't think they appreciate it enough.
No, they never seem to.
They're really smart, so they're not going to be in your face about it. Usually polyglots are pretty smart people, so they have basic manners. That's what I put together. But in the inside, they know that they're better than you.
Yeah, maybe they were just taught not to gloat.
Probably.
Like they realized at a young age, like, whoa, this makes me more creative and successful. And their parents are like, yeah, but keep that on the DL.
And they're like, donkey.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, dude.
I don't know. I should look into it. Maybe I can find an Arabic-speaking guy who's smooth as butter on the mic. I don't think it's going to happen.
Usually it's almost like they're having a sword fight with words with Arabic languages. It's just very...
It does sound like a conflict.
Yeah.
Because they're very conflicted people.
Like, do they... do they have, like... They have poetry. I
Do
just
they?
wonder... Yeah, this...
I just thought they're all about
I mean, I don't
blowing
know.
up and killing and
They're not like the Dothraki, dude. They're not just... Well...
debatable.
Okay.
You really put up a fight on that one.
I'm not going to go to the
I would check
I'm
out
not gonna
some
go to the math
Arabic
for
poetry, you know.
Yeah.
Perhaps they've written sonnets,
Maybe.
a haiku or two.
Yeah, something just tells me that no. They're like to the point where I feel like they don't even talk about pretty things because they just don't have the right words.
We need to make some more friends because I really have no fucking reference for. I met a guy who's.
I'm shooting from the hip here too.
I have no idea. I met a guy who's Iranian and he was friendly. He had all the courtesies, but I didn't like get to know him. I didn't sit down and talk to him. Maybe that's for the better because I like Iranians because of him, but I didn't actually get to know him. So
I bet they're probably generally pretty friendly people. I think most people in the world are they're probably generally pretty cool. You know, they pretty much want the same thing as us. Everybody wants the fucking same things.
you want to be loved, you want to be safe, you want to be fed.
Yeah. They want to wake up in the morning, kiss their wife goodbye, go to work, come
Just their
home.
8 wives.
Wives goodbye. They come home,
Sorry.
see the kids for a couple hours before they put them to bed, and then go to sleep and fucking do it all over again. You know, I mean, there's just fringes that fuck everything up, but you know, that's the world.
There you go.
Quack it.
I'm hot on that quack button.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like I should put it on this button because it would be closer.
I
to
know
you.
it's number 3.
You use it
on
more than
this,
I do.
but I really think it should be number 1.
I agree. I really like that Sonic clip that you played earlier. I like that guy a lot. The guy in the wheelchair.
What, the animation?
Yeah. Like it's a fresh take on the Sonic. You know, and who is the other guy who like meets him?
Tails?
The human. I watched like half of the trailer, so I'm not even gonna act
I
like
only
it.
watched half of it too.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw it,
Well, I guess we did just watch
It's
it.
just the mouth there, just the
It's
teeth.
fucking weird.
Good
What a
lord!
mistake.
I just do you think they did any kind of proofreading on that? Of
course they did.
Did they screen that
Did they
with
listen to it
any
is
kind
the
of
question.
audience? Did you play the original Sonic even? I'm not even a Sonic fanboy. I don't like video game adaptations of movies. I don't really like most video games. I don't like most movies. I don't watch fucking any of the superhero things. The Avengers Endgame. Fuck all that. You know what? You want to just go into the hate? I got a little something
Let's go
special
into the
for you
hate
guys.
train. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. All aboard the hate train. Fucking right. Hate train. I am super excited to announce this this
All aboard the hate
Double hate train.
there we go. Do it again.
Yeah, did you just roll that for the rest of the episode?
I think I can just shut it off there. So
What's the hate train?
look, we're still ironing things out
It's
here.
number 3.
It's number 3, man. But
Make your own fucking podcast.
yeah, you don't like it, make your own. Buy all this shit.
Fuck you.
You can't do it. I bet you can't fucking do it.
Go on, hate train.
Yeah. All right. Listen, superhero movies. I get it. Some people are really into this. I think it's acceptable for 2 groups of people. It's okay for little kids because they're little kids, and I think it's okay for girls to be into it also.
Why
Because well, this kind of comes back to something we were talking about earlier today. How men have this particular facet of our brains where we're basically autistic. Like all guys have this.
We all are autistic.
It's hardwired into our brains where we can just obsessively focus on a thing, whether it's trains. There's guys that just go out and obsessively watch trains, or video games, or movie franchises, or every engineer they just know a ton about this
every
one
little characteristic
radar
in
component.
detail
Yes,
about every component.
we're just so capable of going way too in depth with it
Absolutely.
that I just can't settle for.
The difference is some of us know how to hide our facial expressions better than others.
Yes,
We're autistic, but we just are good at hiding our faces.
My
But if you
autistic
can't
thing
face-
is kickboxing. Like and I see that too. I
I
really
really kickboxing.
Yeah, we can just stand in front of a bag for an hour and a half at a time and just throw the same kick at the same bag again and again.
That wasn't
and again
quite right.
and again.
That wasn't right.
I might improve.
That wasn't right.
I might improve.
That didn't
I
feel
might-
right.
this is the particular-
That wasn't feeling right. That
we
wasn't
just don't
right.
show. We don't look retarded, but we're autistic.
Well,
We're
you
all-
look at him like, wow, that guy's dedicated. But on the inside,
Yeah.
our head's like, that wasn't perfect.
I've met people who make a living,
Gotta
profession
make it perfect.
out of fighting, and there's something wrong with them, and that part of their brain is just bigger, that autistic, little sliver there, and yeah, so where did I go? So it's okay for chicks to watch it because they're autistic also. They're good at focusing on, I don't know, just stupid emotional stuff. They're good at
Well said.
what are women? What's their autistic thing? Like with guys, it's objects and things. But what is it with women?
Gee. I
getting-
don't know shit about women. So why?
I feel like getting really upset over stupid shit is
No comment. I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not going down that hole.
Sometimes
with
saying
you.
nothing is saying something. Nick.
Oh Jesus.
So listen, it's okay for little kids and it's okay for women to be into superhero movies. I'm not fucking about that. All right. I had a couple hate trains I wanted to talk about today.
I feel like you lost steam. You got to bring this hate train back up there.
Just shut up.
Get the RPMs going. He's upset.
I got one for you.
Don't mind
Mindset coaches. Have you seen those guys? Are you friends with any
you
of
gotta
them?
believe, achieve, dream, and
Yeah, and they're always promoting their whole
Another one.
like, are you looking for personal growth? Like using my system, in 30 days I will make you a new person, and you will be driven to get the results that you want.
the 6-pack is made in the kitchen,
Yeah, yeah.
not in the fridge.
Hashtag meal preparation goals.
Every day, my Instagram will be filled with bullshit of me doing crunches, eating celery sticks, and showing you how much of a better person I am.
Pictures of me smiling in a suit. Hashtag successful.
Gotta make the day. Oh, whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah. Hashtag driven. Yeah. Hashtag success. Hashtag get it. LOL. Get the fuck out of here.
Where did you go with your suit?
Yeah.
Where did you wear that suit to?
Their friend's photo studio.
To get suit shots?
Yeah, suit shots.
Suit shots.
For their personal coaching business. Listen, just figure out the things you want to do. Figure out how to do them properly on your own. Quit being a pussy and just do them. This entire industry of like selling a personality that's going to take you to the levels of success that you want.
They just want to take your money.
And listen, there are coaches for art and physical training. I get that, but your performance in your job, I don't know. There's people that I've met who are just born salesmen. And it's like, those are the people who have business being there. If you need someone to get you into the mindset of just doing that job, you're probably not cut out for it.
Do something else. That sounds like torture.
That sounds awful.
Do not be who you are. Yeah. Be someone completely different from who. Throw all your morals and experiences out the window.
Right.
And be this robot who sells garbage to people.
Especially with sales, because a good salesman is basically just a high-functioning sociopath. And so if you're taking advice from someone who's teaching you how to be a salesman, a great salesperson, they're a sociopath trying to show you how they function like a fucking chameleon.
Probably trying to take your money.
They're monsters.
In some form or another.
That's the end game of personal fucking mind coaching.
Yeah.
Is they're just trying to get your money.
Those multi-level marketing schemes, they always are like that. Those people are always like that. It's funny. I actually went to someone's house that was a MLL person, and he kept on referring to, well, all right, you start off the conversation with someone like that, and they're usually younger because they're gullible, and you ask them, what do you do? You know, so what are you up to? What do you do for work, right? Normal conversation. And this guy told me, oh, I own my own business.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Young entrepreneur.
Wow.
Very cool.
I'm like, hey, man, that's great. What do you do? Well, it's like I have these supplements. They're actually energy drinks. And right when he said that, I'm like, oh, I'm out. You're not a business owner, man. But he had the terminology and the speech patterns.
Yes.
That would make him a salesman. Here's where it's funny, so he's putting on a persona. He's obviously not being himself in order to fill the place in this multi-level marketing scheme. Right. So I was at his house for a party, and he kept on referring to his friends as associates. Me and my associates, I'm like, they're not associates.
He's been indoctrinated.
Yeah, he's been indoctrinated. So he had this whole vocabulary that he just learned, and he was like determined to use it. So I was on his back deck with one of my friends who was a bad influence, and he's like, you know what we should do is climb on top of this guy's roof. And I was like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. Okay. So right when I started climbing on his roof, there was a fucking window, and I look through the window and I lock eyes with the guy who owns the house. And I just knew. I'm like, fuck, he's going to come out here. I was like halfway on his roof. And he comes out and he's fucking pissed. You can tell he's fucking pissed. It's his parents' house.
Yeah.
He's just a kid. It's his parents' house. And he's like still staying with the vocabulary. Mm-hmm. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Me and my associates are going to take care of you if you don't get out of here. Like, just like trying to tell me him and his friends are going to fuck me up if I keep trying to climb his roof.
We're going to have to sort through a solution here. Me and my associates
but he was staying to the fucking salesman.
He's trying to be that guy.
Yeah, he's trying to be that guy. I'm like, dude, you can just tell me that you hate me. It's fine. You don't have to
just say, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here.
Exactly. That's what he was trying to do. But like he's been conditioned to try to use this stupid vocabulary, this newspeak that it didn't come. It came out goofy as fuck, and I looked goofy because I got caught. Oops. So everyone looked like an idiot.
You know, now that I look at this list of hate trains, it's really, I'm seeing the common underlying theme to all of them is just selling an image that is just a fake image.
Yeah.
You know, like I've got here's another one that I hate: guys who wear like camouflage and dog tags as if they're like fashionable.
Can't even see them coming.
Ugh. You can see,
blend
but they're
into the
always
environment.
they always have like these big baggy camouflage shorts on, and then like a big white T-shirt, and then just a pair of dog tags
Were you in the war?
clinking around. Yeah, a little snapback hat. They're actually very close to lesbians who are trying to dress like guys because that's
It's getting tough.
Yeah.
It's getting tough to decipher. They've got some good drugs out there. Insurgents.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I can still tell. It's your neck, if you want to know. I can always tell by your neck.
It's the neck, and you gotta like wait. There's no butch lesbians watching this, but if in the off chance
Yeah,
one does,
we've got a dedicated-
This is how a guy's hair. You can look like him. This is where you guys end up being. Got the little mop top there.
Yeah.
You got to get a better hair, but it works because I know you're clearly a man and you're not trying to sell anything here. All right, but a chick with that haircut and they've got their little diminutive face and like a big chain,
the neck, man.
and the snapback cap and like a tank top and big chunky DC shoes.
They're dressed like awkward 14-year-old boys.
Yeah, they're always wiggers. I don't understand why.
14-year-old wiggers.
Yeah, they're always a 14-year-old wigger.
And they have the softest faces.
Yeah.
You can just tell it's like, ooh,
yeah, what? Yeah,
that's like silk.
baby seal's ass.
Yeah. They have a smaller head, and the neck is always smaller. That's how I can tell that you're a woman.
Yeah,
for
it's the head to
transsexual.
shoulder ratio.
Do a lot
there.
of neck routines, like take a weight and do like weighted chain exercises. Like what Giorgio Petrosian does to strengthen his neck. He
Yeah.
just like cranks out tons of. But then you have to have the male autism thing to actually.
Right. Yeah.
You have to focus on that neck. If you want to be a
Right.
guy, you got to have the autism.
It's not just the clothes. You get the clothes wrong, but you have to get the rest of the package in there.
You have
which
to have the autism.
You have to get the autism.
Sorry, but it can work
Sorry,
to your
lesbians, you're not autistic enough.
That's why they'll never truly be men. They don't have the autism.
You're middling at best.
We've seen your autism.
You're not nearly
I'm not
autistic
impressed.
enough. You're just not fooling me. Yeah, it's like gaydar. Like I can sense that they just don't have the autism. We have like that male autism radar where it's like I can tell if you have it or not, and they're just whacking it. But they think they can make up for it in the fashion, and they fail. Listen, this is how a guy we just wear a t-shirt,
t-shirt,
and
man.
a fucking pair of jeans. Get some basic, like, I don't know, just regular sneakers.
I think they're trying to hide the contours of their body when they really should just be trying to hide the contours of their neck.
Well, a polo, the thing is they wear like a polo and like Dickies
Yeah,
pants,
and a
it's
hat.
like, nope, that's not it. And a hat. Just no.
You look like you're out searching for bugs. Look like you're trying to catch butterflies.
Little butterfly net, yeah. Yeah, that's what you look like. Just stop trying. You're going to have some curves. You're not going to be able to find that no matter what you do. It's fine. You're not a guy, but you can come closer to than that.
Why can't you just be a lesbian?
You go to the
What's wrong
barber,
with
and
that?
this is what you say. You don't say, "Oh, I want this like kind of middle of the road like pompadour thing, and I'm gonna like kind of comb it over." And another thing, stop trying to do that with your voice. It's not going to sound like a guy voice. Tell them you want a high and tight. This is called a high and tight. See the sides? It's tight and high. An inch long on the top. That's a guy haircut. Whatever you're doing it wrong. Okay.
Fix your neck. I want to move on.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Well, I don't know how we're doing on time. We still don't have a timer.
We don't have a timer. Oh, I mean.
Yeah. One more thing out of me.
Sure.
So last week I was talking about how I was gambling.
Yeah.
I was gambling.
How is the gambling going?
I moved on to a more educated gambling.
Oh.
I'm in the stock market now.
Oh.
Yeah. That is gambling. It's a little bit more predictable, but it's gambling.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like it a lot. I'm using this app called Robinhood.
Robin. Oh, I've heard of that.
They don't take any fees when you do a trade, which is amazing. So you can just I put like $70 into it, and then I just bought some stocks and just
What
watch
did you buy?
a couple pharmaceuticals. I bought like one stock of each just to see how it goes.
Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, pharmaceutical companies.
Good investment.
Carillon Lex or something like that, and then another one. One of them's tanking. I sold the other one off, but. I made $1.50 on that motherfucker. So
That's pretty sweet.
yeah,
$1.50.
yeah, I made $1.50.
That's pretty good for a $70 investment. I mean,
No, I didn't.
you're doing
I didn't
it.
spend my whole 70. The stock was. I bought it at $13.99, and then I sold it for like 15 something.
there you go.
So, but
Free money.
if I did that, if I bought 100 stocks at $13.99 and sold it at 15, then I would have made a good amount of money, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea. So you start off. This is what I've read: is you start off just buying one stock and seeing how it goes when you're learning, and then you can increase your quantities of how you do things.
Okay.
This is all a desperate attempt to pay off my student loans. Keep that in mind. If I didn't have student loans, I would not give a fuck about the stock market.
All out of desperation.
This is my autism This is my autism weaponized towards bringing down my student debt.
That's what men are. We are walking pieces of weaponized autism.
Exactly.
Stop being so afraid of it. That's
fine. Accept it.
Toxic masculinity isn't a thing. The more appropriate term is weaponized autism.
It's true. So, I've been doing that. I have some stock of Sprint and Fitbit. My Fitbit is doing bad.
Yeah. I thought those were big for a year.
Just where I bought it. I'm learning, but what's my loss? A couple bucks,
It's not so bad.
I can totally see when you see your stock like going down and then it shows like your negative of the day. I've lost like $2, but imagine that being like $200,000. You know? I can totally see why guys jump off fucking buildings.
Yeah, they lose everything.
And when the stock tanks, oh my Lord.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because ideally you want to diversify across a bunch of
Buy
different
it as
stocks.
low as possible.
You also want to invest in bonds as well, which are more. They don't give you aggressive returns, but they're more stable.
If you're playing the long game, bonds. If you're just trying to dick around and trying to pay off your student loans as fast as possible, stocks.
Yeah.
But I got to learn it first.
I gotta hook you up with Betterment, dude. I've made a bunch of money just using Betterment.
Yeah,
and it actually makes all those investments with algorithms, so you don't have to do any research. It does it all.
You just sink money into it, just buys the stocks.
Yes. So all the money that I'm putting aside, because I'm self-employed, so I have to put aside money for taxes, I invested in Betterment instead.
You're gonna get taxed on that too.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna be making some money on the end of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, I'm making money, I'm getting taxed on the money I made, but I'm still making some money.
Right. You're still making money off of that.
Right.
Hopefully that doesn't tank.
And the returns have been pretty good. Like I'll show you the numbers when we finish the show up here. But
that's behind the scenes.
It's pretty sweet,
that's
man.
behind the curtains. You can't see that.
Robin
it's not
Hood.
for you. Yeah. Not for you.
No.
It's me and him. No. My brother host. So yeah, I've moved on to the stock market. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated on my glorious portfolio of 3 stocks that I have. I've made $5 so far.
Fucking
$5 for dicking around on a cell phone.
Nice.
Some people sink, thousands of hours into Candy Crush, and you don't make any money off that.
That's true.
It's kind of gamified.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if they made a video game of it, guys would be much more into it.
You're speaking to my autism.
Yeah. Just singing to that autism. Yeah. If it was just like you had to like shoot little like balls out of the sky with a little gun, like Galaga, but it's like
it's stocks.
It's stocks.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot more millionaires walking around because we can just hone into that.
Robin Hood. Look into it if you're always interested in the stock market.
Yeah.
But we're afraid, like E-Trade takes like $5 every time you do a trade. But Robin Hood's, they make money. They take your interest that you have on your, like say you have, I don't know, $2,000 in your thing.
Yeah.
It gathers interest. They just take that.
Okay.
So you can only make money by trading.
Right.
That's fine, dude.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. I just, So, check it out.
Betterment doesn't charge anything, and I don't think they take anything either.
Really?
Yeah.
They're taking something.
Everyone
has a racket.
Thing is, I've been putting money into it and taking money out of it for probably 4 years now, 4 years. As far as I can tell, they haven't taken any of it. The withdrawal amount is always exactly what gets put into my account. There's never like a penalty or fee or anything. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, it is. Imagine what it was like back in the day when you had to call a guy.
You can still call that guy.
Those guys are still a thing.
Yeah.
Why is that even a job?
When you're doing it at like massive amounts.
Oh yeah, if you're investing 60 fucking.
And if something happens, and it's just insurance. I think they're insured. Yeah, there's like a whole thing that goes with that.
Yeah, I don't know much about that world.
I'm like complete noob when it comes to financials. I bet if someone is into financials and is listening to this, they're probably ripping their fucking hair out.
Yeah,
like, you're such an idiot.
Yeah, we've got like one guy who works in finance that is just like, you fucking morons.
Oh my god.
I'll find out that like that Betterment is sponsored by like Hamas or something like that.
Yeah, just funding ISIS.
The Al Nusra Front. Yeah.
We know what we need to do, and we'll do this after this episode, is we need to set up a email. We need to set up an email. So you guys can write in. You can just say like, fuck you. I'll read it off.
Yeah.
I like fan mail. I like hate mail.
That would be great. Yeah, I mean, we've been getting some views here. It seems like overwhelmingly the response has been positive.
You did get a thumbs down.
I did get a thumbs down.
One fucking thumbs down.
Yo, fuck you. Fight me.
Start your own fucking podcast.
Do your own podcast, or just look at something else. Don't thumbs down my shit.
Jeez, we have 2 thumbs up and 1 thumbs
Stupid
down.
bitch.
That's not good for a ratio.
Putting me a 2-to-1 thumbs up to down ratio. What are you doing? Just look at something else. But anyways, if you want,
fuck that guy. Right into us.
Yeah,
that guy.
right
Tell us
into
why you thumbs us down.
Yeah,
I want to hear.
We're talking to you, Mr. Thumbs Down.
Yeah, fuck you.
This wasn't what you were. We didn't set any expectation. Just a variety hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got any topics or compliments,
or hate mail.
Hate mail. Hate mail would be great. I reject any kind of criticism of me, but Nick might be open to it.
I love it. I'll find something about you. Don't worry.
Yeah. If you just want to roast us, send it on over. But
we'll put it in the description.
Yeah,
we'll put the email in the description.
It'll be in the description. The end of the show.
I think that's it for me.
I'm feeling pretty good, man. This is a good episode.
That's fun.
I like doing this.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, sweethearts. We will be back next week with another episode of Same Dude Podcast. In the meantime, keep it high and tight. Don't wear camouflage. You look like a fucking idiot. And go see the Sonic movie.
9/11 was an inside job. Bye.